Mhm. Experience matters. Well, of course, the ongoing story continues to be Deshaun Watson and the Texans. That's just something that just won't go away. Yeah. I actually was on Fox 26 with my man Nate Griffin. Shout out to Nate Griffin for having me on the show. Uh, Hollywood Nate, as I call him, my man, It, I'm gonna play the clip real quick. So, basically, we kind of talked about the interview with David Culley and Deshaun Watson, meeting the coach for the first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that clip.
All right, Richard Walker, sports director of BTP Sports, now joins us. He always brings the pain. There's no question about that. Richard, thank you so much for joining us this morning, spending your time. You also know Nick Wright as well, but we don't need to talk about that right now. Let's talk about Deshaun. There's a new ESPN report that indicates quarterback Deshaun Watson has not changed his mind about leaving Houston. What's the latest, my friend?
Well, of course not. And to be quite frank, nothing has changed. You go back to the very beginning where this all started. When he signed his extension in September of 2010, and then later on you have the Bill O'Brien debacle, which leads to his ultimate termination. The first report that came out afterwards was that the Texas brass made it clear that they were going to get Deshaun Watson involved in the hiring process for the general manager and head coach. The impression that he's going to have input, and then you turn around and don't ask for his input. And since Jack Ishmael, likes to portray himself as like the utmost Christian holy type guy, I actually got a biblical verse that I pulled for him. It's Matthew chapter 5, verse 37. Let what you say simply be yes or no. Anything more than this comes from evil. But what this says is, Jack and Cal, if you're listening, if you tell a man something, you need to live up to what your words are. Your integrity is your foundation. And right now, they're not living up to the words that they shared with Deshaun Watson in regards to giving him the opportunity to have feedback and input on the coaching and general manager hiring. So why do you expect him to just go to work with his lunch pail and punch in like everything's all good when it's clearly not?
Richard, we have about 45 seconds left, and I want to ask you this. Your thoughts on David Culley? Obviously, he and Deshaun met on last Friday. Deshaun told him no, he's not considering coming back to the Texans. How do the Texans move forward?
Well, I think they need to do the right thing and trade Deshaun Watson. The relationship with him is broken. It's beyond repair. He no longer wants to be there because he's seen what this organization is and what it has been, to be quite honest. Andre Johnson is not going to get a gold jacket next year in his first year of eligibility because of the brass at the Texas organization not surrounding him with the type of people to be successful. I'm sorry, Matt Schaub just threw another interception. He doesn't want to waste his career. He sees J.J. Watt, at the end of his career having accomplished nothing. And he wants to be around a team that gives him an opportunity to be successful. He's concerned about his legacy, and he has a right to be so. What people need to understand is the relationship between Deshaun Watson and the Texans is not owner and he's not an employee. Cal McNair, he's your partner, not your property.
Yeah. That's just keeping it 100. He is your partner, not your property. Right. That's exactly the point. What about Cal McNair's loyalty? What about Jake Mishneby's loyalty? Right.
That's number one. That's first in hand. That's why you play for your teams like you play. But I don't think the owner showed loyalty to him. So that's why he's not really. He don't have to show no loyalty. The loyalty was broken with the owner.
Right. Right. That's the card that nobody's talking about that Deshaun Watson has in his back pocket. Because the COVID exception, you can opt out of your year. You still get, I believe, it's 35% of your salary and not play and not be penalized. So if he really wanted to stick it to the Texans, all he has to do is wait till March 14th. I'm opting out. See y'all in 2022. Stay at the house, go fishing, go hang out with his boys at Clemson. And he'll get around, he'll rest his body. He'll get around $5.5 million. I'll see y'all next year. You better re-sign Tom Savage to play because I'm not going to play for you. So good luck. Y'all going 1-15 maybe if you're lucky.
I think that's the card he might play. I think that's the card he holds and
Right.
probably going to use.
Right.
It's deep in organization.
Right.
Deep in what we can control.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I have $1 billion in my account before I see it. That's how deep it is.
Right. The saga continues. It's like an ongoing story. This is a marriage that's over. It needs to end. They just need to go ahead and split and just be done with it. Because the other thing the Texans aren't thinking about is everybody else is watching this. And it's already hard enough to sign free agents as it is, especially when you suck, when you don't have a foundation, and you're going to lose your franchise quarterback. But they're watching the way that man's being treated. And you're not going to be able to sign any more free agents because they're looking at and say, wait a minute, if I go there, I want to get treated like this too. So some players out there might, actually reconsider even thinking about Texans in the future because of that very reason. Right. 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 They used to consult. They used to consult with Matt Schaub before signing guys. And Matt Schaub sucks. He always sucks. I wouldn't even say hello to Matt Schaub. But you ran ideas by him. What? And you don't know how to treat him. Right. He's approaching 30. Those legs are slowing down.
Yeah.
Right.
Like nobody like Doug. Sense I can say.
Mm. Yeah. Mm. Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of things happen. That's true. I mean, he making a good decision. If it was him, I wouldn't have did it. I mean, start the next season, do what you're gonna do, and then go into it. Don't sit back and try to wait for something to happen and they get messed off. They don't down the line.
I thought that was the whole purpose of them delaying the season in the first place.
Yeah.
Just because at the time that COVID first hit, they were the first conference to opt out. And I thought, okay, it was a smart move at the time. Let's take a step back. Let's see how we're going to handle this. Let's have protocols in place. And apparently, they're not. If they do, they're not being followed. Right. I don't know. I'm just saying. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Right. Yeah. There's no other way. I think that's pretty much sums it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew.
Like early basketball season.
Well, I think it's time to take us a little break. So we'll
VIP Elite Motors is dedicated to offering high-quality pre-owned vehicles for their customers. From the moment you walk through their door, they're committed to providing you with a great car buying experience. With the skilled sales staff and financing options, they will help you get the vehicle that you want at the great price that you deserve. Go to their website, www.vipeliteMotors.com, to pre-qualify without affecting your credit score. No social security number required. Browse their extensive inventory online and check out the featured vehicles section on the homepage. If you see a vehicle that you like, you can submit an online quote request, or you can contact them to schedule a test drive. Give VIP Elite Motors a call today, 281-471-2800. That's 281-471-2800. They're at 1204 West Main Street in LaPorte, and tell them that In the Tunnel sent you to get your new ride.
Small business, big business. In the Tunnel is here for you and all your advertisement needs for as little as $1 a day. Call us now, 832-245-1050.
Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services should be your first and only call when it comes to tax preparation and filing. We know that preparing to file your taxes can be overwhelming and confusing, which is why we offer a comprehensive tax preparation service for an affordable flat fee. Also, we offer a host of other services to include notary. Let us make your life easier with our convenient and affordable notary services. You can certainly entrust your most valuable documents with us. Startup Business Solutions. Establish rapid LLC setups in no time. Marketing strategies. Our team is prepared to offer creative and innovative ways to enhance your business ideas. Credit counseling, insurance protection, and more. Call us for more information and rates. 281-661-3975. Also visit our website at www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. We look forward to servicing you.
In the tunnel, 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 sports talk. Ooh.
Yeah, we back. That's Sports Podcast. My man Big Wilson. Get back at the topic we talked about next. My man was Evan Skin. Kind of having the title music.
yeah.
Trying to figure that into. I'm like, hey, the best guy, to be the best guy of all time. listen, he survived. Don't get me wrong, because he could definitely walk away from the game now and still be a legend.
The-
Came back, put it back on PGA, and he did. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty tough. What y'all guys think about that?
well, like you said, to reiterate, this, we're thankful that he's still with us because, especially after experiencing the loss of Kobe, you know, we can ill afford to lose another man of his caliber and his stature. You know, he would be among, you know, that type of a loss if that's something that would happen to him. So glad that he's still here. You know, the early reports indicate that, you know, he's going to be, you know, have some challenges to come back, recover. He's got rods placed in his lower legs. They didn't go into specific details about what his injuries are, but obviously, as a golfer, you know, he needs that lower body to drive the ball and range of motion and accuracy and all that. So, as far as golf is probably the last thing that's on his mind right now. I just think about, you know, his recovery, his health, and, you know, him getting back to, you know, back to life. But we're thankful that he did survive, and, you know, all reports indicate he's in good health, other than the injuries.
Yeah. You know, who the man? He's the man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the Michael Jordan. He's the Walter Payton. He's
Right.
the Tiger Woods of golf. So,
Yeah.
you know, he got something to prove when he come back, because everybody gonna say,
Yes.
oh, you can't come back and win, you can't come back and do this here. He gonna be like, hey, I can show you. I'm gonna show you better, I can tell you.
Right.
So I just can't wait to see him, you know, get healthy, get back, you know, let everybody know that he can do the job. And I think that's what's gonna happen.
The
He had
good-
that drive. He has that
The
drive.
good news is golf is a sport that you can play for a long time.
Yeah.
You see, like we're not too old in years, but our bodies are like old in football years.
Yeah.
Like we're ancient. So, but you can play golf until your 60s, or you know, even your early 70s.
I'm not gonna hit this one.
And
Huh? There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's
But
probably
back surgery, you know, back surgery is different. It's totally different. He practiced with the Navy. He practiced with Navy SEAL. He been Navy SEAL practicing.
right.
So he been doing all that lifting and all that stuff. But the back is a torque and a turn that you just can't. 9 times out of 10 they tell you, no, you have to surgery. It's
Right.
gonna work. It's gonna hurt worse than this. So I know what you're saying. You think that he been doing all that lifting? Why would his back be hurting? You know. All right. Yeah. Gotta be strong.
From the recovery perspective, it helps that he's an athletic guy. So athletic people tend to heal faster than normal folks. But right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And then we haven't even gotten to Tiger's senior circuit career either. So he's not anywhere near that yet. So let's say he's got a long way to go. A year or two lost in golf is not nearly the same as football.
It's not gonna hurt him money-wise anyway.
Right. It may give him an opportunity to refocus, recharge the battery a bit, you know, and like that fire in him again, like you said, Lemonhead, you know, the old Tiger that had that fire lit on him was unstoppable. And it seemed like when he got divorced and went through that whole trial and all that foolishness with his ex-wife, that kind of extinguished the candle a bit. Maybe this might be what reunites him. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He already beat some of the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Got the daddy walk. The daddy walk.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. I think she has already taken over. I think she's already taken over. I'm sorry, but Naomi Osaka, man, she's already arrived. I think this is now, I think, the third time she beat Serena, and like every time she's beating her more and more convincingly. That's the thing that stood out to me. Like she had Serena guessing, she had her running all over the place. She couldn't return the serve. This is one of the first times I've ever seen where Serena was physically matched by her opponent. Even when she does, she's always dominant, in terms of returning serves, and she just can't keep up with this kid anymore. And yeah, she's mother now. Right. Mm-hmm. And he was out there shooting. He ain't driving, he's dunking the middle of the floor. Yeah. Right. Can you do that at age 39?
And she already been working out.
Right.
That's kind of hard.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just hoping that because she's at 23 Grand Slams now. I think she needs one more to is it the title record or the breakthrough record? The title record. I'm hoping that she's got 2 more in her because I would love to see her walk away as the all-time leader, as she should be. If it wasn't for the childbirth and I know she missed a significant time. She had some knee injuries and she had a blood clot issue. I think she missed like almost a year combined when you combine all that together. So she would have had it by now, if not for those injuries. So that all happened during her prime.
Yeah, I think right now it's just like running the 4x4 mile relay. She got the stick
She's
on
got
her
a
leg. She got to pass the baton.
Right. She's got a puncher's chance because one of these tournaments, like I think the French is the next one.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about that one. Because what she needs to do is get to Wimbledon because Wimbledon is the best of the best.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might have a favorable matchup where somebody might get lucky and upset Osaka earlier in one of the earlier rounds, and then she can beat that person. So I'm thinking that's sort of the path, for her to get, the number 24, and then, hopefully she can pull one more out of there. But other than that, sorry, she's Naomi Osaka's got the juice now.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
For Venus, yeah, she's been done for a while. I mean,
She's just crazy.
yeah.
I mean,
She's feeling the schedule. I'm sorry. Yeah. But she never was nearly as good as Serena.
She helps her.
Yeah, she did. Maybe that's what she should focus on also, come to think of it, like playing the doubles matches. Maybe that's the end of, her golden parachute. She spends more time on doubles and, have some wins there and then, ride off in the sunset. Yeah.
Sit your ass down. Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Sir, could you sit your African American ass down?
Man, sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Sit your ass down.
Ton of sports family. It is my pleasure to present the weekly Sit Your Ass Down Award to none other than Marcellus Wiley and his cast of the Fox Sports One show called Speak for Yourself. So I'm gonna play this little clip and we'll come right back and explain why he got the award.
And a bad look. Is it a bad look for a barber to look like he need a barber? Is it a bad look to be a snaggletooth dentist? Yeah. Is it a bad look to see Emmanuel Acho in child support court? Terrible. Hell yeah, it's a bad look. That ain't gonna work. Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. That's how I feel about Deshaun Watson and a whole bunch of these little young athletes. Because they all say the same thing. What they say? They all say that they want to be treated with respect. And they want to be treated like a man. Now, you do realize that most of these athletes ain't been raised by no man. So how in the hell they going to know how to act like not real. See, I thought a man, if he put his name on a contract, that was all he needed to do. Show up and go to work. What Tony Montana say? A man ain't got but two things in this world. His word and his bond. Deshaun Watson mad at his boss for writing him a check for $156 million. And the only thing he can find to complain about is he lied to me. Man, if you don't grow the hell up, hey, what'd you say, Wiley? Don't let a broken promise compromise what you are. Hey, man, a fool with his money will soon depart. Don't be no damn fool. Get your ass to work. He said he lied to me. Motherfucker lied.
Now you clearly see why we gave this man to sit your ass down over there. Because for some reason, I don't get why they continue to have these characters on Fox Sports. They portray negative stereotypes about black folks. Why is it that you feel the need to mention that Deshaun Watson was not raised by his father? That's a non-factor. As a matter of fact, it should be a badge of honor that he was able to overcome adversity. One of the things in his life not having a father figure around and still was able to be successful. Deshaun Watson is a high character guy. He never had any legal issues like yourself, Marcellus. And if you want to talk about character and integrity and being loyal to the team, then why is it that you sued the San Diego Chargers? You forgot about that now, didn't you? On behalf of In the Tunnel Sports Talk, Marcellus Wiley, sit your ass down.
You know,
He should know better. Right. Right.
My father was a father figure. You know what I'm saying? My high school
Mm-hmm.
then I had another single father in the
Mm-hmm.
my friend died. So and those guys
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first thing that Deshaun Watson did when he got into Houston, he went to the Texans cafeteria to get something to eat. And he didn't even know the lady who was the cafeteria worker. This is when we had the tax day floods, if y'all recall. She lost her house, she lost her car, she lost everything, still came to work. Deshaun took care of her. That's what a man does, Marcellus. Not you sit around complaining about having renal kidney failure, which is a hereditary condition, but you try to sue the San Diego Chargers for it. Why don't you give them their $40 million back that you stole for them? Because you only had like 13 sacks in 5 years. You want to talk about contract integrity, get them people their money back. If you ain't earned that money. Right. Right.
Yeah, you gotta take care of him.
Right.
It's sweet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, there you go.
He's a high quality caliber kid. I met him. I covered his. He was a Heisman finalist the year that Derrick Henry won it. Him and along with Christian McCaffrey up there in New York. And I mean, just all class from top to bottom, from start to beginning. Mm-hmm.
He did what he had to do.
So, yeah, we have a second. Yeah, we have a second recipient. So looks like we gotta go ahead and roll the clip one more time.
Sit your ass down.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Sir, could you sit your African American ass down?
Man, sit your ass down.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Sit your ass down.
So you got another one. On behalf of the entire state of Texas, it is a pleasure and an honor to present the second weekly Sit Your Ass Down Award to none other than Hot Wheels himself, Governor Greg Abbott. Roll your ass down. Down. All the way down. Maybe we should give him the Stand Your Ass Up award. Anybody who's been in Texas the past couple of weeks. Right. Yes. Right. But they're not built for 105-degree summers with 100% humidity either. So if they had a heat wave up there, they would have similar issues. Right. At some point, it just don't cut it. Right.
All about the money. Sad because, I keep thinking the guy name, but the guy's gone for the industry. Uber. So, I'm just saying, when the whole pandemic first started, something had to happen. And they lost a lot of money. They cut all those blacks out. And, Texas is the only one want to be green, pay this. So you think about cutting all these, there's something wrong with this. We're going to find out. People suing God out there in Conroe. I mean,
At all. It's terrible.
it needs to rain later on. We got to make this thing. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Gotta get out.
Gotta get them out of here. Vote every election. Every November. Snowbit 21. Oh, she got traded there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this day and time, they're going any way they want to. Ain't no loyalty to the team. Ain't no this. So you can go pick a team and try to go to the playoffs. I mean, go to the Super Bowl. His prime, being from home, from Wisconsin, Green Bay. Chicago, he's good. Going down to Pittsburgh, playing with the Falcons, that's cool. I think his best fit probably be Buffalo. And I think Buffalo will probably be the best place for him to go and just have a good time, enjoy football, and hopefully get a chance to go to the Super Bowl. You still got to deal with the Kansas City Chiefs.
But who would you move on that line for J.J. Watt at this point? So he's going to have to be an extra spare tire.
He's going to be back up here more.
Right. That's why I think, right. He at this point he reminds me of Charles Haley at the end of his career when he went to Dallas for that 1 year and won the Super Bowl. Bring him in as a pass rushing specialist. JJ don't think. JJ don't do nothing. When they snap that football, go get that quarterback. But you're not starting no more because you're not capable of doing it anymore. I mean, he just don't have the motor no more. He don't have the physical tools no more. Great player, but it's time to call. We're getting closer to the end. It would be cool to, it would be cool for him to play with his brothers. I think he can make TJ even better than he is. So it'll be a great story.
VIP Elite Motors is dedicated to offering high-quality pre-owned vehicles for their customers. From the moment you walk through their door, they're committed to providing you with a great car buying experience. With the skilled sales staff and financing options, they will help you get the vehicle that you want at the great price that you deserve. Go to their website, www.vipeliteMotors.com, to pre-qualify without affecting your credit score. No social security number required. Browse their extensive inventory online and check out the featured vehicles section on the homepage. If you see a vehicle that you like, you can submit an online quote request, or you can contact them to schedule a test drive. Give VIP Elite Motors a call today, 281-471-2800. That's 281-471-2800. They're at 1204 West Main Street in LaPorte, and tell them that In the Tunnel sent you to get your new ride.
He hasn't said it yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have to trade that man. I think the relationship is broken. Yeah. I hope it's not. I'm still going to pull whatever team he goes for. That's going to be my new team. It hasn't made any sense. I think really, was it last Friday when they tweeted out that they was interviewing Josh McCown? Josh McCown? You have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. What do you do? I'm going for it. You going for it? I think I'll go for it. Even on Madden, I'm going for it.
What's up, y'all? This is Richard Walker, the Great Sports Morpheus with In the Tunnel. We can represent your business for as little as $1 per day. That's $1, 4 quarters per day. Give us a call, 832-245-1050, 832-245-1050. Doesn't matter the size of your business, whether you got 1 customer or 1 million customers, we got something for you. Give us a call. We'll be happy to represent your business. Let them know that you are bringing your business out the tunnel.
Tune in to the Tunnel, talk is too real. Talk about sports with the truth, Truesdale. Sports bait and the Great Sports Morpheus. Listen up and talk about sports with us. This that sports flow. We talking sports, bro. All sorts though. Tune in to the sports show. All sports, all stats. I'm an all-star. Championship MVP. Who gonna ball hard? What's your favorite sporting team? I'm asking y'all. Baseball, football, or is it basketball? Getting money is my sport, so I have to ball. In the Tunnel is the best show after all.
What's up, everybody? We're back in the Tunnel. My man Big Rich and my man Lemonhead. We're back.
Shout out to Andre Martell too, by the way. Had to give you some love, man. Looking forward to your podcast, but man, I've been checking you out. You're looking good, man. Down the middle, Andre Martell. Y'all check that out.
Look, man, the next topic we got to talk about is the Houston Rockets. They have won games since
Year of the Rat.
Say what?
Year of the Rat. I was skinny last time they won a game. Been a minute.
Man,
come on, Rockets. Come on.
I mean, they won a game since February 2nd. And, I feel bad for the coach.
Yeah.
And I know what he was getting into. He came here with a soap opera. Because Houston Sports, Rockets, and y'all gotta understand, Rockets and Texas are so right now. From the front office to the court.
Drama.
Because you got the man left the team in the gutter. It was the system he runs. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you also have so many with Beard, with the drama, he was a handicap in the council.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of Westbrook, those two was the council. So now, it's a whole new process, a whole new thing they got to go through. System, it's gonna take time. My thing is, are they gonna get his brother a check? Because you know how I go in the history when it comes to us coaching. They'll find a way to run up.
This,
My thing is, and I'm not blaming him, but I know coaches are coaching
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I think the time for those guys that have been hired would have been when they hired Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah.
Because number one, James Harden would not have gotten out of control the way he was with Mario Elie. I said that a million times. You can check my receipts, check my track record. I even got it on Twitter. Mario Elie himself retweeted it. If Mario Elie was the coach of the Houston Rockets, there's no way that they would have allowed that dude to have that much control over their organization. It just wouldn't have happened. He's a strong-willed guy. He's a boss, and they just never had that with D'Antoni. And so he created a bad culture, and unfortunately, Mr. Salas has to walk in behind this and inherit that mess.
Right. I know the also break coming up. I think that's coming up. Ain't it?
Yes.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, just like my high school, so at Madison High School. When I coached retired, it was time for me to retire. But the sad part about it, they gave a job to the wrong coach, but you put the program in the gutter. And now there's so many kids in Hardcore, the talent. They're not just going to the other inner city schools, to Lamar's, right? They going to the Shadow Creek, Manville. Keep them in the slide. Yeah. And
I think he got the mindset to do what he needs to do against them. And I think that he's a good coach. I think they need to give him that time. But the way fans are now, we're in right now. Yeah, great. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. But it's also about the way that your owner set up too, though. Because as far as I'm concerned, the Rockets have the Jerry Jones of the NBA as their owner.
You think so?
Tillman Fertitta? Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you,
he's right. Tillman is he's a Tillman is a hedge fund guy, right? At the end of the day, he's got the casinos, got the restaurants, and all that, but his real thing is a hedge fund guy, right? So what they do is they take distressed assets and try to flip them quickly to make money. That's why he bought the Rockets, because at the time he bought the Rockets, they were a distressed asset. So he's trying to flip that into something really quick. I don't think he intends to be the long-term owner of the Rockets. I think he intends to come in, build that brand, try to make it one of the most marketable teams in organizations in the league, try to win a championship maybe with them, and he's going to get the hell out of there and sell it at a huge profit. He don't care nothing about the basketball, man. Tillman Fertitta wants Houston to be the Fertitta brand. That's why he spent all that money at U of H. That's why he bought off the Hotline family so they could put his name on the building. What does that say about this dude ego, Right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that works against Silas though, because he's not willing to sit there and build with a coach. They're going to miss the playoffs this year badly. They're going to be a lottery team. It wouldn't surprise me if Silas is gone at the end of the year. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. Depending on what moves they can make the free agency and his round. I know, but he's like I said, has he shown it already? Come on, we know what this guy is, man. Right. Tillman Fertitta is a sizzle. Sizzle, yeah. He don't give a damn about no steak. He's a sizzle guy. Right.
Six-way dinner. Brian Rice, six-way dinner.
They might not win next time y'all see us next week. We'll see. Right?
Right now, that's the only way. I mean, they have all these coaches in the house. You got Leslie Frazier, you got Airbnb, you got Bowles, all these guys. You got great coaches. They always see us in back of roles to head coaching, and that's not where it is right now. You know, they got to change that format. They got to let our coaches go out there and coach. But I tell you this here, until we get a black owner in the league, that's where you're going to see some change.
Right.
Right now, we don't have no black owners.
Right.
Nobody can say it. We don't have no say so. The league is 85, 90% black.
He tried. He tried.
We tried. Walter Payton tried. Way back then, he had investors and everything over coming out. They didn't get to it. You know, you got these other guys trying. So you just gotta, keep on trying. I mean, but to me, you got Oprah, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. You know, all these top-notch entertainers and athletes that can buy.
Jay-Z.
Right.
You know, Diddy also wanted to buy the Panthers, so they didn't even entertain his offer.
Then all us combined, they always say one of us can't have it, but we come together as a network of black men and black women and put together one collage and go get down there and get it. We can do it. But they won't. They got to vote us in. We got to find a city. They may put us up there, in a cold country or something. I know I was in Chicago, but maybe they put us up in Toronto. Maybe have a Toronto team. Just something that brings us in to do something. That'd be the perfect spot. It take it. Oh yeah,
the person of interest that I'm excited to see, and I think at some point he could develop into an NFL owner. You're not gonna believe it, was Dwayne Johnson. Because Dwayne Johnson now owns the XFL.
Yeah.
And if he's able to spin the XFL into a highly successful, it needs to be a high margin, low budget, low input business, right? If he can show that he can create that as a legitimate, permanent second league, there's literally no argument against him being a future NFL owner, because they come back to the same BS argument. Oh, you don't have the experience. Oh, you have it. These people made money. I don't care how they made money as long as they did it legally. But he's going to show that he's able to capably run a football operation successfully. You can't argue against that. So I'm low key. I am seriously cheering for the XFL to be big and to be the right arm of the NFL. Right.
And the NFL is like a monopoly for the NFL and the NBA and the hockey league. They have no other channel.
Right.
Nobody's competing against them. That's why they can do what they want to do.
Correct.
So you got to get somebody to start competing. The XFL blow up and do like we thought it was going to shoot off, and then all of a sudden, and everything went.
Right.
I like what they were doing in the XFL.
Right.
If these preachers, mega rappers, RBC,
oh yeah.
Well, we can own a team.
Yeah.
We can have a support. Or why can't we get another community-based team that's owned like the Green Bay Packers, where the shares of ownership are split between the people in the community? I mean, I think that model works as well. The Green Bay Packers have proven that a community-based model works. So why is it that they couldn't take the ownership? Let's say, for example, when they gave up the last franchise that so I think it was the Panthers. They could have had an opportunity for that to be a community-based model like the Packers, where the people in the city own the team. And that Green Bay is a perfect example of that it works. I believe Buffalo's a significant portion of their ownership is community also. So. Mm-hmm.
San Antonio and
that's Cowboys country though. Yeah.
It's Cowboys.
Gary not sharing that.
Gary ain't gonna share that. He ain't gonna let it go. He ain't gonna let it go.
One thing
Los Vaqueros. Los Vaqueros. Don't forget to follow us. Follow us on Twitter at In the Tunnel Talk. Follow us here on Facebook, In the Tunnel Sports Talk. Follow us on YouTube, Twitch, you name it. We're out there. So, definitely follow us. We like to interact with y'all. So, follow us on all our social media channels. Ask some questions. We respond. We'll get back with you. We don't know the answer. We'll figure it out. Or we might just tell you a lie like Jim and Greg Abbott.
Enjoy. Every Thank you.
Tune in to the Total Talk, is too real. Talk about sports with the Truth Truesdale. Sports Bait and the great Sports Morpheus. Listen up and talk about sports with us. This that sports flow. We talking sports, bro. All sorts though. Tune in to the sports show. All sports, all stats, I'm an all-star. Championship MVP, who gonna ball hard? What's your favorite sporting team? I'm asking y'all. Baseball, football, or is